I need to run an experiment because today was UFC Paris and I let AI make my fight bets for me and it went pretty well. I told the AI what the odds were for every fight on the card and I asked it to pick me a single fight bet, a underdog fight bet, and a parlay bet, since those are the bets I usually make whenever I do the betting myself. The AI told me to pick Cyril Gane to win, it told me to pick Rose Namajunas to win, which was a loss, and it told me to parlay Cyril Gane, Saint-Denis, and Charrier to win. That was 2 wins out of 3, and I put $10 on each bet, so at the end of the day, my $30 was now worth $47.94. There are 3 more UFC events in September. Each fight, I'm going to ask the AI to give me a single fight bet, an underdog fight bet, and a parlay bet, since that's what I did this time. I'm not going to buy back in, so if the AI goes bust, it goes bust, and the experiment is over. I will divide whatever my bankroll is at the start of the event by 3 and put it on 3 even bets on the bets that I told it to give me. We will see how much I make or how much I lose at the end of September. On to the next one. So we're back with more AI bets, and I would not have made these bets if the computer didn't force me to. But since I am a scientist and following the rules that I laid out last week, I asked the AI to give me a single fight bet, a parlay bet, and an underdog fight bet, and this is what it had me do. Sean Strickland was my underdog at plus 430. I did a parlay with Izzy, Tai Tuivasa, and Tyson Pedro at a combined plus 550, and my single fight bet was Manel Kape at minus 400. Obvious in there that 2 of my bets were working against each other, because if Izzy won in the parlay, then that would mean the Sean Strickland bet lost and vice versa. It was a really weird night watching the fights for me because the parlay was the bigger payout, so I was pulling for that, and I'm a bigger Izzy fan than I am a Sean Strickland fan, so I wanted Izzy to win just on its own merit. But then once Tai Tuivasa lost and the parlay was gone, I had to switch to now rooting for Sean Strickland, which felt weird to do, but that's where I was. But the AI did it. It predicted one of the biggest upsets in UFC title fight history when it predicted for Sean Strickland to win. My account is now up to $104.67, obviously more than triple what I started with when I started with just $30 2 weeks ago. So obviously I am enjoying this experiment, but we will see what happens in the next 2 weeks. It's week 3 of asking AI to pick my fight bets for me. Like always, I asked it to give me a single fight bet, a parlay fight bet, and an underdog fight bet. And in previous weeks, I've always been confident in at least one of the picks, but this was the first week that I was very nervous when I read what it told me to do, and I was afraid that I would end up bottoming out. I had $104.67 in my account from the previous weeks, which means if I divided that evenly, it was $34.89 per bet this week. For a single fight bet, it told me to bet on Kevin Holland, which at plus 122 would win me $42.57. For the parlay bet, it had me pick Valentina Shevchenko, Kevin Holland, and Fernando Padilla for a combined plus 382. That would win me $133.28. And for my underdog bet, it had me pick Terrence Mitchell. He was the biggest underdog on the card at plus 520, so my $34.89 would win me $181.34. Pre-event, I was obviously hoping that all 3 of those bets would win, and I would end up with $461 in my account, but you can probably see where this is going considering I just told you who I bet on. First fight of the night was Padilla, and he lost, so immediately my parlay was out the window. I had Kevin Holland still, and I had Terrence Mitchell, so all right, maybe we'll see what happens. But then Terrence Mitchell got starched, and I was down to just Kevin Holland, who ended up losing a very close decision, and just like that, I was done. $0 in my account. Overall, this was a fun 3 weeks for me. I liked it a lot better when my account went from $30 to $100 as opposed to $100 down to $0, but I enjoyed the process overall. If I was going to use AI again to do my sports betting for me, I would probably reserve the right to veto some of the picks or to have final say and make some changes, because I definitely would have changed these picks. Having my single fight bet be involved in the parlay, so if he loses, I lose the parlay by default, is sort of a waste when I'm only doing 3 bets, and he was an underdog too, even if a small one, so not really the best option there. Or maybe if I was going to do this again, I would do it like I make my picks and then I ask the computer for the picks and I bet both sets and I see over a period of time who's better, me or the computer. If you want to watch something like that or see me redo this bet with different rules, just let me know in the comments, because I'm always down for some sports betting and some fight bets. Just hopefully next time it goes a little better. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.